Hi guys, welcome to Hamish Racing. I've just started doing some sprint and hill climbs in my 1959 Triumph TR3a that you see here. I'm part of the Revington TR Register Club Hillclimb and Sprint Championship, and I had posted some in-car racing footage on YouTube just to enable me to share the videos really with families and friends. But I follow a couple of guys in Canada, Cheftush and Elin Yakovof Rusty Beauties, who are very helpful and knowledgeable guys who spend a lot of time sharing their knowledge on how to keep these cars going, and they've helped me enormously in keeping this car on the road and also racing. So I had some feedback from Cheftush that he wanted a bit of a walk round of the car, so I'm just going to give that a go. It's my first attempt, so please be gentle with me. As I say, it's a 1959 Triumph TR3a. It's 2187 cc, so it's got the 87mm liners in it. It's had some modifications for handling, so down here it's got a 7/8 roll bar, and I've put some sticky tyres on it just for sprints and hill climbs. You have to excuse my shadow. It's a very sunny day here for a change here in the UK. These are Maxsport RB5 tyres. They're a remold tyres that the rally lads use, and I needed to go down to a 55 profile to try and help my handling, because I was getting an awful lot of tyre lean. So I've tried these, and they've worked really well. I also get a bit of help off my mechanics here in Congleton, who helps me tune up my SUs. He's a very helpful guy. The championship I'm in is the Revington TR Register Club Championship. You'll be able to see it online with the TR Register. It's been modified with some safety devices, so you've got the roll bar. I've got some Rigard seats. These are seats made by a guy here in the UK, and it has a headrest. I've put obviously the racing belts, and they're in date. I've got motor-lith steering wheel, just a good size, and it's a good strong steering wheel. I've got overdrive, so that's my overdrive on and off switch. Very handy for flicking on and off with the with your hand on the steering wheel. Otherwise, usual clocks, usual red line on the rev counter. I need to have the ignition on and off signs on there for compliance, for scrutineering. So that's a little safety thing that they have. I do run an aero screen for racing, but I do have a full windscreen for when I use it on the road. It's not massively tuned. It's 117 brake horsepower at the flywheel, and I'm in a class in the championship that is up to 130 brake horsepower per tonne. So I'm concentrating more on handling than I am on power. The previous owner sort of modified this car pretty much. So we've got a TR4 head here. I understand it breathes a little bit better. It's got the TR4 inlet manifold. Again, it's better shaped inside. This division here inside has been reprofiled by Triumph to make the flow better. I'm still running the original H6 carburetors. These are longer here basically than the HS6. I think the S in HS6 is short. But this overall distance between here and here, I'm led to believe gives you more improved torque. So that's that system there. It's got a very old, and I believe it's a 1970s 4-branch manifold, just in mild steel. I'm also running the dynamo. I don't have a lot of electrics on here. I do have an electric fan. You may be able to see down there. That's just a cold air intake. That's an intake that takes some air from in front of the radiator, so it does get quite hot under there. I also have a water expansion tank. So there's a feed here that comes all the way around. That's a blanking cap here. So the expansion water goes into here, goes into the tank, and when it cools down it feeds back again. So I never lose any water. I've also got an oil catch tank here. This runs off the rocker here, but also there's a large diameter pipe here that runs off the crankcase breather. That's just a vertical pipe in my case. Typically on the original cars they're like a inverted U breather pipe, so they vent down towards the road. This one's been modified so it just comes straight up, goes into this large diameter pipe, into the catch tank. That's full of gauze down here, so it condenses on the gauze, and then you get a clean breather out here that goes out behind the front wheel, so there's no chance of the front wheel getting oiled. It's running a standard distributor, and it's not gone electronic. It's still points and condenser, and also I'm still running the standard mechanical fuel pump. It goes very, very well. It's, as I say, it's about 117 brake horsepower, 138 foot-pound of torque. This year I've gone to some sticky tyres, some low profile, just for competition. These are some Maxsport tyres, and they've worked very, very well. I did Aintree just very recently, and I think given the course is only about just over a minute long, it cut 4 seconds off my time from last year, which I'm very pleased about. The roll bar helps. It's got some reasonably firm suspension. It's got rally springs at the back that are a lot stiffer, but probably still not stiff enough. I normally run Vredestein Sprint Classics on the road, and if you look at my Castle Combe video you'll see how good they are in the wet, because that was a terribly wet day. But no, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions or anything else, let me know what you think. Please be kind, because this is my first video, and thanks for all the help and support that I get from YouTube and the bloggers out there. Thanks a lot.